Thanks. A Manitowoc woman in custody after an early morning shooting on Sunday. Police responded to a home on Johnston Drive around 6:30 after reports of a shooting. Officers forced entry into the home, found a 35-year-old man with gunshot wounds to both ankles. He was treated at the scene and then taken to a local hospital. A 29-year-old woman arrested and facing now multiple charges. Authorities say the incident is contained. There's no ongoing threat to the public. Anyone with information about it, though, should contact the Manitowoc Police Department.